All right, I want to welcome everybody. I want to be respectful of everybody's Sunday and of your time. So, clock says 2:04. So, by coach's time or coaching time, we're already late. But I wanted to welcome everybody to the 2025 Dalton football banquet. I'm thankful that we can steal your time on a Saturday or on a Sunday, and we can get together one last time to celebrate this group of extraordinary people in front of us, and enjoy kind of a last time together, last time we can fellowship as this particular group, and celebrate everything that we accomplished this season. We're going to go through, obviously I'm in the way right now of eating, so I'm going to be quick and be short here, and then I'll get you guys separated here. So our hope is, I believe there's two stations where you can go to buy the food. What our plan is, we're going to go through the team first, go through the coaches, and then parents following that. We're going to try to get the players fed quickly so that way we can get started and get things rolling, and then everybody else can sit and enjoy their food and go through the banquet as we go through it. I want to invite Logan Coffee up to bless the food real quick, and then we'll get started. We'll start going through the food, seniors, juniors, sophomores, freshmen, and then go through coaches and then parents. Thank you.
All right, bow with me. Heavenly Father, we come to you first and foremost with hearts of gratitude. Lord, what a season, what an opportunity to play high school football. God, what a joy and a privilege. And I thank you for every coach and every player on this team, God, that in a season full of adversity, you worked grit, you worked perseverance in this team, Lord, that will certainly pay off next season, but also just in life. As these young men grow to be fathers and lead families and lead people out in the real world for you. God, I ask that you would just bless our time today. Would you bless this food to the nourishment of our bodies? God, would you give these young men wisdom to build a firm foundation under their feet, which is you, Christ Jesus. We thank you so much for the joy to be together, the camaraderie that football brings among us, and I just pray that it'll go stronger and stronger. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
I appreciate everybody being here at the banquet today. We, on behalf of the quarterback club, I want to thank each and every person that participated with us. Nothing went unnoticed. It takes an army to do this. We appreciate all your support, your contributions, everything to make things like this happen. And it takes an army to do it, and we've got the best army around, hands down. So thank you from the quarterback club for making things like this happen. And Team 101, thank you guys. It's been a pleasure to serve as quarterback club president, and it's been a pleasure to be part of the team. And I look forward to seeing the future for everyone. And I want to invite all you seniors that are graduating, come back and be part of this quarterback club. You know what it's done for you. You know the benefits that you've had. So let's just keep this train rolling. It's important that we keep everyone involved. So we're looking forward to that. But it's a great group we have here. And we've got a great group coming up too, so the future's looking bright. And with that being said, the first award that we have here tonight is the Booster Award. We've got so many boosters that help us. Like I said, everything is appreciated. But the first award is the Kelly McCutcheon Booster of the Year Award. And we were fortunate enough to have so many people that we just had to narrow it down. And but the person that's getting it this year, she's been here all last night and today putting all this stuff together, and a lot of this stuff you see behind the scenes couldn't be done without her. But first recipient of the award is Misty Silvers. All right, the next award is the Bryce Joyce Award. The Bryce Joyce Award goes to a player that's loved the game, that has helped the team on and off the field. And Bryce Joyce was a friend of mine. He was Catamount through and through. He was taken from us way too early, but Bryce played here. Bryce graduated here. Bryce was president of the quarterback club. He kept giving back, and he bled Dalton red. So it's a great honor to present this to the player that loved the game, loved his team, and this was voted on by a lot of the coaches and asked a few of the players, but this award goes to Asher Renfro.
I have the honor of giving the Carter McCamey Award, and again, when I was approached with this nomination and put it amongst our staff to give this to a player who was exemplified being a team player, exemplified being the best version of a teammate that you could ask for. There was a lot of thought into it, and it was really once we got down to kind of the final part, especially with our senior group, this was a pretty easy discussion for us, and it was a young man that wasn't always going to be the person on Friday that you would notice playing during the game. Wasn't going to get off the bus and be like the most intimidating player that we had. Wasn't going to be like the fastest, the strongest. The one that jumped the highest, but when you watched him go about his work, it was every single day you were going to get every single bit of effort that you had out of this young man, and seeing him score a touchdown in his senior year was one of the things. And I'm just being honest with everyone, that was kind of on a list of things to try to get accomplished this year because of the work this young man put in. And we're excited to see that happen. And I think if you watch the film on this, I think we were close on the sideline, possibly to a celebration penalty, because I think there were 30 or 40 kids on the sideline that were just as excited to see this. So, have the pleasure of the Carter McCamey Award, Adrian Serta Marquez. Okay, the next one that I have is the George Farmer Scholarship, and again, this was one that was again approached thinking of a player in our senior class that overcame a lot of obstacles, maybe wasn't expected. I think when I got here a year ago, I don't even think was a football player. I think he was focused on one sport. Took a little bit of talking to try to get back around. Again, didn't have all the stats that you would want, but played a very crucial role for our team. Played an important part of what we did on offense. Great teammate to have around, good person to have around in the weight room, good person to have walk around and help in the community, helped with our community service stuff in the before school and at elementary schools. Did an outstanding job. Hate that, unfortunately, another injury slowed down the process or the progress that we had, but this recipient was Charles Chappell.
The Teresa Bennett Servant Leadership Award is given in honor of my mother. This award looks to honor and recognize someone who has worked behind the scenes to support our program and players. When I asked around about who might be the best candidate for this award, a name came up multiple times and from multiple different coaches, parents, and other moms. This individual was there to help at any point and was a tremendous asset every Friday in help organizing and serve the kids breakfast. This year's Teresa Bennett Servant Leadership Award goes to Perla Marquez.
All right, now I have the honor to talk about a list of our senior players that were able to withhold over a 3.0 GPA throughout their time here and end up this last semester all over a 3.0. And we have a pretty big list here, which so it's definitely a credit to the hard work that they've put in. Previous coaches, previous staffs, all the teachers that helped them along the way. Definitely an important thing. One of the first questions you get when you get recruited as a college athlete is can they hold their own in a classroom? And having over a 3.0 is definitely something that opens you up to a lot of opportunities. So I want to go through the names of over 3.0, and then we have a award for the top person for this senior class. First up, Weston Sumner. Next up, Charles Chappell. Next up, we have Preston Cox. Next, we have Ethan Dempsey. Next up, Jeffrey Gordon. Don't believe he's here, but Manny Munoz. Asher Renfro. Next up, Andrew Rivera. And finally, we have Nash Smith. And before you guys leave, we have one final honor there. We'd like to acknowledge the highest GPA for the senior class. I think back when I was in high school, I don't think there was anything over a 4.0, so I'm trying to figure this how we got to this level. But with a 4.3526, which is 13th in the class, which is very, very, very impressive, Charles Chappell.
All right, good afternoon. For those who do not know me, my name is Coach Hernandez, and I've had the privilege of coming and being a coach here on staff for this year. Before I start, I'd like to thank Coach Pruitt and his family for giving my family an opportunity to join this season. It's been a special season, and it's been a season full of growth and learning for us. Second, I'd like to thank our administration for giving us the opportunity to come here as well. And then third, I'd like to thank the players, the coaches, and then also our players' parents and families. Without your time and your dedication, we wouldn't be here right now, and I just want to, again, just thank you guys for giving us these boys for just a few short months and being able to hopefully grow them to that next step that they need for their chapter of life. But most importantly, I want to thank my wife, Bama, and my 2 daughters, Mia and Ella. They know that I spend a devoted amount of time with this team and with this program, and without them, I wouldn't be able to be here today. So again, just thank you guys. Before I get started, I have the honor of recognizing a certain portion of our team today. And I get to recognize our all-region and our all-state members for this year. This is just a small glimpse of how special this team is. They all hold many traits, many strengths. At the same time, they're all growing. But one thing I will like to say, this list that's going to come up here in a minute is all due to their teammates. And for them holding each other accountable, and at the same time for showing up and competing every single day. So without further ado, our first one, and I'll go through this list, and if you guys will come up here and just stand in line just like the previous people did. But our All-Region 7 4A Athlete of the Year was Nash Smith. Our All-Region First Team Specialist, Brax Bennett. Our first team offense, Marshall Hammond. Our first team offense and AJC first team All-State, Kane Woods. First team offense, Haven Searles. Our first team defense, Frank Atagana. Our second team region all offense, second team offense all region, Isaac Summy. Second team offense, Camden London. Second team offense, Aiden Ashlock. Second team offense, J.D. Carroll. Second team offense, Weston Sumner. All region second team defense, Park Silvers. All region second team defense, Elijah Long. All region second team specialist, Clayton Thompson. Our all-region honorable mention, Drayden Gazaway. Honorable mention, Ray Rivera. All-region honorable mention, Jacoby Beerline. Honorable mention, Abraham Evans. All-Region honorable mention, Damani Black. Honorable mention, London Cox. All-Region honorable mention, Tucker Easterwood. Honorable mention, Preston Cox. And at the same time, we'd like to recognize the following. If you're standing up here, if you will, just step forward. And if you're seated, if you will, please stand up. But most recently, we've had the following being recognized in the state. Our Times Free Press All-Star team was composed of Nash Smith and Kane Woods. Our Recruit Georgia team consisted of Haven Serrels, Nash Smith, Isaac Summy, and Kane Woods. Our GACA All-Star Game had one representative, Brax Bennett. And our Georgia Elite Classic had representatives of Trayshawn Bonds, J.D. Carroll, Tucker Easterwood, and Damari Mason. Again, give it up for your all-region and all-state recognition.
I've got two. Okay, next we're going to introduce the team by class. We're going to start with the freshmen. This is an incredibly talented group of athletes, and we're excited to see what we have or what the future holds for them. If you would, when we call, just like everything else, if you'll just stay up, and if we could hold our applause to the end, hopefully it'll be a little quicker. First up, Elvis Mercedes. Knox Luke. Jacoby Beerline. There we go. Drayden Gazaway. Josie Melton. Tucker Easterwood. Sam Gabriel. Zaire Medina. Kamari Shropshire. Thomas Chappell. Damari Mason. And Trayshawn Bonds.
just flash you the name and then whatever. I'm giving it to Cole if they're not here.
All right, good afternoon. I'm Coach Martin. I have the privilege to present the sophomore class. This is a big group of players that have a ton of talent, and we're very excited to see them coming back and continuing to see their strides and growth over the next few years. And you'll see the group that comes up here. It's loaded with talent, great young men, and the biggest group we have on this team. So same thing, if we could hold our applause, and we'll get through and recognize all these sophomores. Great group of young men, great group of players. All right. We have Damani Black, Elijah Long, Kane Sarmiento, Byron Guion, Frank Antagana, London Cox, David Nava, Brax Bennett, Kane Woods, Abraham Evans, Marshall Hammond, Chris Rodriguez, Lionel Cruz, J.D. Carroll, Christopher Jimenez, Clayton Thompson, Tristan Dunn, Haven Searles, Fisher Starr, Emiliano Whipple, Will Gold, Chris Vasquez, William Pablo Batista, and Ray Rivera. Again, if y'all good up for the sophomore group of players.
All right, I'm in charge of talking about the juniors, and if you have not interacted with this junior class, they are some of the most interesting individuals that I've coached in a long time or been around. Just some of the things that they do or they're involved in that are outside of their athletic ability. We have one of them has won a truck show, okay? We have two that have won fishing tournaments. We have at least one, if not two, that play in the Sunday League there at the rec and have more red cards than they have goals. We have one or two guys that coach at the local rec, and you might see them yelling at 4-year-olds trying to dribble basketballs. We have a few ice cream salesmen that do a drop about once or twice a week, so if you have cash or Venmo, the popsicles are pretty good. All right, so this is our junior class. First up, we have got Will Rogers, Corey Sims, Cam London, R.P. Stafford. Kason Blackwell. Aldo Tugwell. Aiden Ashlock. And Javion Ulios.
I have the pleasure of recognizing our seniors. Seniors, before you all come up here, I just want to say thank you all for laying a foundation for the future. We appreciate everything you've done for this program, and we just ultimately can't wait to see what y'all do in the future when you come back to visit us. So I'm going to go ahead and start recognizing you all. Cass Betton, Park Silvers, Andrew Rivera, Adrian Serta Marquez, Ethan Dempsey, Asher Renfro, Preston Cox, Jeffrey Gordon, Weston Sumner, and Charles Chappell. And Niquay Skillern. There you go.
Next, we're going to recognize the captains. This season, our captains set the standard. They worked hard, they held themselves and others accountable, and represented this program with pride on and off the field. Their leadership helped shape the culture of our team and made this season something we can all be proud of. It's an honor to recognize the young men who accepted that responsibility. Please join me in recognizing our captains: Aiden Ashlock, Elijah Long, Aldo Tugwell, Andrew Rivera, Nash Smith. Come on up.
Hello, my name is Coach Martinez. We'll be giving out the Chuck Harris Positive Influence Award. This year's award goes to the team member that encourages others and leads the team by example. This player found himself at both wide receiver and special teams this past year. Had a great attitude. Had the privilege to coach this kid for the last 4 years. His endless effort is profound, and this player found himself rotating at receiver. During the Woodland game that week, the offensive staff went into Operation Touchdown Serta. It was a real deal. And when Serta scored, I think everyone, like Coach alluded to earlier, I couldn't even hardly get to him because I got pushed up into the tent. Almost broke a chair, it seemed like, but everybody was so excited. This year's Chuck Harris Positive Influence Award goes to Adrian Serta Marquez.
I have the privilege to give out the Sportsmanship Award. This award recognizes someone whose impact goes far beyond statistics or recognition. From the first practice to the final snap, they showed up prepared, worked hard, and did whatever was needed for the team to succeed without complaining or seeking attention. What makes this award special this year to me especially is it's actually going to be shared by 2 teammates who have been representing these values side by side for the past 4 years. Their consistency, reliability, and willingness to do the hard, unseen work set the standard for this program and influence everyone around them. As offensive linemen, they understand that success is built on trust, effort, and selflessness. They play for the teammate next to them, not for the recognition. And that approach defines what this award stands for. This year's Sportsmanship Award is going to go to Ethan Dempsey and Andrew Rivera.
All right, up next, I'm here to present the Team Spirit Award. This is going to go to a senior. I just go back to the last home game and how much that last home game meant to this one senior in particular. Kind of gave his family, especially his dad, the opportunity to kind of go into the locker room and kind of tie things up with the last time being on Harmon. That definitely got me feeling some sort of feels about the end of the season and the last time that we're going to be able to go to battle on that grass field at Harmon. After that game, seeing him on the field, I felt like we had to drag him off. The lights went off, and you guys finally got off, and I know how much playing for this program meant to not him, but just his family, and being the third one to go through the program. And I loved coaching this kid every single second he was out there. I wish we had more time, but unfortunately we did not, and I loved every second of it. The Team Spirit Award goes to Weston Sumner.
I have the honor of handing out some strength and conditioning awards. This award, it's not about the weight that was lifted, but just really about the dedication to the process every single day. A commitment to yourself and a commitment to your teammate to just be better. This award has 2 categories. It is a over 200 plus individual and somebody that was under 200, and then also recognizing somebody that has been with our program and a newcomer to the program. For our first category of 200 plus, I'm recognizing Weston Sumner and Tucker Easterwood. For our under 200 pounds, we will be recognizing Ray Rivera and Jacoby Beerline.
I've been asked to come and give out an award here to a young man who's a sophomore, and I know through people in this community how hard you've worked to get to where you are right now. I also know that hard work can take you to higher levels. So my name is Jim Arnold. I want to say, hey, I used to play here a long time ago, and it's always good being home. But this gentleman last year, on the punting side, hit over 11 punts. This is the kicking side. I'm sorry, had 21 touchbacks along with 72. That is awesome of the games and 46 kickoffs that you had. Also had an average on his punts at 37-2. So you're on your way, and he's only a sophomore. So y'all got a lot of good fireworks to look forward to in the future. So this Special Teams Award goes to Brax Bennett.
All right, we have two individuals that have won the Offensive Newcomer of the Year. Throughout the season, we see a lot of movement of pieces, and the kids will often find themselves in new and more important roles as the events of the year unfold. A kid who started the year in one spot will often rise and continue to improve as the year progresses and become an important and integral piece of the team, even if that ending position isn't where they began. When the year started, Clayton Thompson was our snapper on special teams and working to get into the rotation as a utility wide receiver. By Cartersville's week, we saw him step into the starting rotation and become the utility player that we desperately needed. His ability to learn multiple receiver positions and be flexible to what was needed that week was an incredible asset to the offense. Our other standout performer was Damari Mason, or D5 as the kids call him. D5 spent most of his time on defense learning and adapting to the roles that were set before him. However, by the end of the year, D5 became the starting running back and one of the returners on the special teams. Thrown into the fire, he didn't blink, and he took each play with a fresh set of expectations and tenacity to get the job done, whatever that might be. This year's offensive newcomers are Clayton Thompson and Damari Mason.
Good afternoon, everyone. Coach Hefner here. I have the pleasure of introducing you guys to the Defensive Newcomers of the Year. The Newcomer Award is recognizes a player who experienced, or players that experienced significant growth, took on a much larger role this season. This award honors an athlete or athletes who elevated their level of play through consistent effort, preparation, and a willingness to be coached. Whether earning a starting position or successfully transitioned to a new position, these recipients embraced increased responsibility and rose to the challenge. Their commitment to improvement, positive attitude, and their team-first approach made a noticeable impact on both practice and games. This award celebrates progress, adaptability, and the hard work that led to standout seasons. And our two new defensive comers of the year are Drayden Gazaway and Elijah Long.
I have the pleasure of subbing in for Coach Miller for our Offensive Skill Player of the Year award. I have a very, very fun eye on Friday nights watching this group work and this group come together throughout the season. As you can imagine, having one offense and transitioning it to another one from one year to the next comes with a lot of bumps in the road, comes with a lot of issues along the way. And this group that took this on as far as our offensive skill group, from having basically one receiver on the field to now we're looking at sometimes having 4 to 5 receivers on the field. They had to take an elevated role in what we're doing. They had to take an elevated role in what was asked of them. They had to take an elevated role and a little bit more of different concepts that may be asked of them throughout the season. This player was an interesting all-region meeting, as most of them are. When you nominate your players, you can't vote for them. So once you nominate them and you kind of put them up for whatever team you want, you can fight and you can argue and you can try to petition as best you can. When you get back and you look at the fact that we get done and every person in the region said that this player should be a first-team all-region, and I think 3 or 4 of them didn't even see him on the field when they played against us. So I felt like that spoke volumes of what this young man was able to do in a short amount of time this year. An impressive stat line of 23 catches for 610 yards. It's 27 yards every time he touched the ball. And scoring 9 touchdowns in 6 games. I'm excited to see a healthy Haven Searles come back. I'm excited to see him back for another year.
I'm Coach Floyd. Obviously glad to be here. I had the privilege to recognize the Defensive Skill Player of the Year. Prior to this year, when Coach Pruitt got hired, we knew that my group was going to be one of the youngest groups that we had, and we had a lot of skill potential, but we knew we had to work hard every day and go through our individual and go through a new defensive progression. So obviously that entitled some goofing off of our group, because if you know my group, you know they're young and you know they're immature and they're also hardworking and they're also great personalities. So that comes with a whole different factor. But every day they worked hard. Every day they showed up. Everybody in my group, freshmen to, we have one junior, did great. They did everything we asked them to do. So I want to talk about the whole group first. But with the Defensive Skill Player of the Year, this athlete, I've had the privilege to coaching his brother. I've been a part of his family for the last 3 years. I've coached his brother for 3 years and now hopefully get to coach his younger brother as well. This athlete has been a leader for us on and off the field, as well as led the secondary with 50 tackles. He had 1 sack, 1 forced fumble, 2 fumble recoveries, 4 blocked field goals, and was awarded first team all-region corner. His future is bright here at Dalton High School, and I'm glad that I've been a part of his experience here. And I'm excited to see the growth this young man has made over the last 3 years and for the future. But our Defensive Skill Player of the Year is awarded to Frank Ondeganya.
All right, I'll be presenting the Offensive Lineman of the Year award This was a pretty difficult decision. Thankfully, I wasn't the one making it, but great group of men that I got to coach this year. I can't really say enough about them. And a lot of young guys led by 3 seniors, but I wouldn't trade any of them for anyone. I love them to death, and wish the seniors the best of luck. And I'm looking forward to the young guys coming back and us continuing to get better and growing, and excited for the future for sure. But this player this year embraced every challenge that we put in front of him without hesitation, always prioritizing what was best for the team. It was a well-earned recognition for his impact both on and off the field, and he had quite a transition this year. Coming up as a younger player, he started at center, and then next thing you know, he's playing guard, and then next thing you know, he's playing left tackle, which is probably the most challenging offensive line position to play on an island, protecting the quarterback's blind side, and he did a great job with that. And also, as a sophomore, he earned first-team All-Region honors and had a great season. Looking forward to 2 more awesome years ahead with him. This year's Offensive Lineman of the Year is Marshall Hammond.
And I have the pleasure of giving out the Defensive Lineman of the Year award. Very similar to an offensive line group, the defensive line is always an interesting group of characters. It's always a unique group to be around. Most of the time you don't have to worry about them working hard. Most of the time you got to find them some shade, make sure that they're comfortable, and then they'll work hard for you as long as they've got some cover from the sun. When I got here last January, unfortunately, and I'm not saying this to open up a wound or anything like that, the first game I turned on was the last game of 2024, and you take stock and you take notice of how kids act, maybe after the game, maybe after a handshake, and one of the numbers that I circled and I wrote it down on a piece of paper was number 89. I said, I don't know who that kid is. I don't have to guess if he cares about this program. I can see it. I can visually see it. Whether it was directed in the right direction at that moment, I took notice of it, and it was exciting to get to work with him this year. I think being a 2-year starter at any level is a difficult challenge. Playing anywhere on the defensive line speaks volumes for how much time and effort, and not being afraid of the physicality part of it, and then the toughness and the grit that comes with that. This year with 27 tackles, 2 for loss, and a sack. I think one of the good memories I have is along with another couple of D linemen in the game at Cedartown with a sack was a perfect way to end that game. And the Defensive Lineman of the Year was Preston Cox.
All right, up next, I'm going to present the Offensive MVP Award. This is going to go to an individual that was asked to do a lot this year. Not saying that he wasn't asked to do a lot as a freshman starting all those games 2 years ago. I can only imagine those conversations that those coaches had and the way that they were trying to pipe in some confidence into a 14-year-old playing against 18-year-olds. But the one thing that I saw when watching film going into the season, that there was no quit. There was no lying down. It was always 0-0 on the scoreboard when we got the ball back. That translated into this season as a sophomore. All right? It was not very easy playing in this offense. Everybody has the opportunity to get the ball every single play. That is a nightmare. Right? You are controlling 22 people on the field the entire game. All right? One of my big things taking over, we don't make fake run game coordinators, pass game coordinators. We don't really do that. We do our job. The one thing I did tell this kid was, you're the run game coordinator. You're going to be put into a situation every play where you're going to have a run-pass option. I sure do not want Nash Smith coming off the field and yelling at me for not giving him the ball. I'm not out there. And that's a lot, trying to be a leader of a team as a sophomore. And what he ended up doing was truly learning the game and disseminating that information down to his teammates, which led to 2,800 yards passing, 28 touchdowns, 3,500 yards total, and 30 touchdowns. That passing, 2,800 yards, is second most in school history. Those 28 touchdowns are the second most in school history. He's got 2 more years left, and the sky's the limit, and I cannot wait to get back to work. Our MVP for this season, Kane Woods.
All right, for our defensive MVP Player of the Year. This season, this player led the region in tackles, a strong accomplishment that reflects the football IQ, position, and ability to read plays as they developed. He showed a natural understanding of where the ball was going and consistently put himself in position to make stops. His presence was felt on most defensive series, and his ability to finish plays helped keep drives short and opponents in check. Beyond the numbers, this player proved stability and dependability for our defense. Coaches and teammates knew they could count on him to be in the right place at the right time. His consistent production allowed others around him to play with confidence and helped our defense stay organized and effective throughout the season. This award honors the players whose performance speaks for itself. Through his awareness, consistency, and ability to make plays, he made a meaningful contribution to our team and earned the recognition of Defensive Player of the Year, and in my opinion is more than an honorable mention. That is Abraham Evans.
I have the honor of speaking on behalf of our overall team MVP, and I wish to echo Coach Carlisle's sentiment. This would be, I think, all 13 seniors. I wish we had more than 12 months with, but you know, watching this young man play was truly an honor. It was fun to watch him to go out and try and literally give anything and everything he had, to the point where even as coaches we're a little concerned of maybe we're using him to and he's not recovering to the right direction that we need to. You know, I think if our athletic trainer Coach Poff was in here, I think he would probably be on the highest list as frequent flyers in the training room for this past season. Whether it was a knee, whether it was a shoulder, whether it was his ankles, there wasn't probably a body part that didn't hurt throughout the year. It was an exciting year to watch, and it was exciting to see his growth from last season, being a little bit in a jack of all trades, playing both sides, playing different things. We took him out of his comfort zone a little bit and said, you need to be our starting running back. We need a person that we know is there, is healthy, is reliable with what's going on. Being able to be named the athlete of the year for the region is certainly an honor, and is high praise from the region coaches that they picked him above any player in our region as far as an athlete goes. And I think that includes a player that's going to the University of Michigan for football. That includes multiple other schools or players that have high Division I scholarship offers and commitments. Our region chose this young man as their athlete of the year, that he played the best and was the most versatile player that was in the region. His stat line was extremely impressive, and in 9 games, 150 carries for 11 touchdowns, 45 catches for a touchdown, close to about 7 to 8 yards every time he touches the ball. I can be a math teacher retired, and I know that that's close to, 2 times he's touching the ball, he's getting a first down. So he's going to be missed for sure. My one request would be for all of us to try to encourage this guy to play college football as much as humanly possible. There's certainly some football left in there, and I wish he would definitely be a part of a team in the fall this upcoming season. Our overall team MVP was Nash Smith.
So I have the opportunity of talking about Coach Martin, and I want to say thank you for being my coach these last few years. I couldn't have asked for a better guy to have teach us and help us get better, not just as football players, but people too. One of the things he told us that has stuck with me is that when you make a mistake, you can't dwell on it, or it'll affect how you perform next. And that not only helps when you're out on the field, but in the classroom and everyday life as well. Not only has he been a great coach, he's also been a friendly face you could count on being there every day and always does his best to keep the morale in the group high. He always made practice something you knew would challenge you, but you knew would be a good time and help you get better. One of the things I appreciated most about having him as my coach is that he'll always give you the honest truth, whether you want to hear it or not. And that's how you know you have a guy who truly cares about you and wants to see you do your best. So thank you, and I know the guys coming up will have the great experience that we all had.
Wait, which one is it? Is it this one or this one? Oh, okay. I have the opportunity to talk about Coach C. I mean, it's only been like, we haven't been with each other for very much, but I remember at first, whenever he first came in, when he had us doing the warm-ups, I was like, what is this guy doing? And at first, it didn't make any sense, but later on, I felt like it really helped me move and just get better as an athlete. Coach C is like very fun to be around. He's very fun to talk to, especially like the conversations we'd have in the dungeon, in the in the den. And, you know, it's just, I'm very thankful for you to being like my coach in the weight room and just out in the field too. It was just really fun having you, fun to talk to, especially my music taste. We shared a lot of music together. That was really fun. And then I'm just very thankful for you being there this year. I wish we could have been there for longer, but it's what happens. And then Coach Martin, little shout out. I know I wasn't always the biggest person out there, but you always believed in me, always gave me everything, told me to be myself, and very, very thankful for both of y'all. And yeah, thank y'all. Love y'all.
So it's going to be a little repetitive right here. I had Coach Martin as well. I've been with him for all 4 years. Been through some crazy stuff. All those FCA camps, all those FCA fights. Especially dealing with all the seniors from the years before. Been some great groups with you. And I'd like to thank the whole community with Dalton, especially because all y'all, all these coaches here too. Been through a lot of crazy stuff. And I'd like to thank you, Coach Martin, for everything you've taught me over the past couple of years, down to even going to Georgia Tech. That was really cool. The guy slapped in our butt the whole entire time. That was some interesting stuff going on. But thank you all for everyone. Thank you.
So I have the honor of talking about Coach Pruitt. First of all, thank you, Coach Pruitt. I want to thank you not as just a coach, but as a person as well. We spent a lot of time throughout the season, throwing football, debating who'd be the better quarterback, and talking about how superior the Georgia Bulldogs are to his beloved Florida Gators. In all seriousness, hang on, I just lost my place. Oh, this guy is a fantastic leader and the type of guy everybody wants to be around. I think one of my favorite things about him is he's bought into the players, the coaching staff, and the program. He does so much work behind the scenes and that isn't appreciated enough. If you told me I had the choice to play for him again, I'd do it in a heartbeat. Anyways, to be the leader of the Dalton football program and the Dog Pound, thank you for having our back. Thank you for caring enough. Thank you for caring enough to get some of the seniors and I to come back and play one last time. And thank you for not giving up on us.
I was blessed with the opportunity to speak about Coach Patrick Carlisle. Out of all of the different sports and coaches I've played under over the last decade, he has to be the most exciting guy I've ever played for. Never a dull moment, whether it be in the weight room or hanging out in team sports or on the field. Even as I first met him when I came in and wasn't sure if I was going to play football or not, and he was more than half the reason I decided to play. So even though I wasn't able to finish out my full season because of concussion issues and whatnot, I'm extremely glad I came out and did it for that guy right there. So thank you for being here.
So I got the opportunity to talk about Coach Martinez and Coach Miller. Coach Martinez, the first time I met him, or the first time we met, he asked if I played football, and I said no. Proceeded to catch every ball, and as soon as I dropped my second pass, he was like, yep, he's never played football before. So other than that, he's had confidence, was there when I needed help, always helped me during tough moments in life, and gave me advice, whether it was football related or not. Coach Miller was there early in the morning, sometimes during practice, even though I haven't met him for that long. He was there, helped me improve slowly, also gave me advice, whether it was football related or not, mainly more about girls. And other than that, they're always there, always supporting me, helping me build confidence. Even though I wasn't the biggest person, they made me feel like a big person and not made me feel so short. Appreciate that. Appreciate everything y'all have done for me. Thank you.
I have the pleasure to talk about my two favorite track coaches, Coach Hefner and Coach Floyd. I'll start with Coach Floyd. Coach Floyd, I wanted to take a moment to thank you for everything you've done for me. The time, effort, and energy you put into coaching doesn't go unnoticed. You pushed me to be better, not only as a player, but as a man. I truly appreciate that. And then for Coach Hefner, thank you for believing in me, correcting me when I'm wrong, and always wanting the best out of me. I'm grateful to be a coach, to coach by someone who truly cares about their players and the program. Thank y'all both.
Did you chat GPT this? First off, I chose to talk about Coach Harris. I was never in his group, even though I asked to be multiple times. Coach Carlisle didn't let me. But I like to thank him just because I could always go talk to him when football was getting a little too much. And he was always there to talk about cars or anything, just to kind of get my mind off of everything. And I like to thank you for that a lot. And then talking about Coach Tino, I didn't get much time with him. Wish I could have got a little bit more. He pushed me every day, kind of talked me down from a ledge from time to time. And he
really pushed me past my limits and made me a better player and a better guy, just all around. And I'd like to thank him for that, truly. Thank you.
I was blessed with the opportunity to speak about Coach Eugene Fuller and the one and only Coach Cole Bennett. First, I want to start off talk about Coach Fuller. He got here this year. I didn't get a lot of time to spend with him, but I'd say out of all my D-line coaches I've ever had, he's probably the one who's had the most impact on me and who's pushed me to better myself as a man, as a football player, and just overall raised my standards for myself, whether it's conditioning after practice, running hills, or I guess showing up after school to roll 400 yards. Don't show up late to practice. And then Coach Cole, I'd like to thank you for being there for me, you know, having somebody to talk to and really connect with, and always like joking around during weight training and all that, just being a good coach to have around, and thank you.
I have the right to talk about Coach Fuller, even though he is not here. I like to thank him for pushing me every day and teaching me everything I know about football, even though I played my sophomore year. I think it was a better time for me to come back out, and I'd like to thank Coach Pruitt for letting me come back out, and that's it.
All right, thank you, seniors. We appreciate that. Thank you, Marshall, for putting that senior video together. That was very nice. And Brandon back here is videoing our banquet, so he'll have that on his YouTube channel later on this week. But Team 101, thank you so much for everything you guys have done, for putting forth the effort, for being out there on the field, and for representing yourself as a Catamount off the field. We appreciate everything that you guys have done, and looking forward to the future. But for our final scholarship and award that we have tonight, we have a new one here, and this has been established in the honor of our late great coach Bill Chappell. As a quarterback club, we put this together and we determined that the recipient should be someone that has served 4 years here as a Catamount and put their heart and soul into the program. And it can be someone that might not be in the spotlight all the time, might not get their name mentioned every Friday night, but just that person that's there and that puts in the work and the coaches can count on and their teammates can count on them. And we have a nice plaque here with Coach Chappell's pictures on it. This will come with, from the quarterback club, this will come with a $2,000 check for this player to help with their future education. And this is for someone that we just feel like will always be a Catamount and will always be part of this program for the rest of their life. And we're honored to get this established. We'll also have a plaque in the field house, have a nameplate on there each year that we can put the recipient on for everyone to see. But to present the inaugural Bill Chappell Scholarship Award, I want to introduce you to Mr. Billy Chappell.
Good afternoon. The number one Catamount fans over there on the back row, my mom, Benita Chappell. Dad would be very pleased to have his name associated with an award like this, and as all these coaches know, that's how you build a team with kids like that, and also how it extends their life in the future, how they can apply the hard lessons learned on the field to their jobs, to their spouses, to their kids. And that's where the true payoff is for these coaches, and I know they feel that way. Y'all have got some great leaders. So this year's winner is Weston Sumner.
All right, last thing to talk through tonight. Wanted to, there's a million people that we could thank today for putting this on, or there's a million thank yous that go to make a football season start and finish. I want to go through quickly. Thank you to any of our volunteers that helped in here this afternoon or in the process of planning this. As you can imagine, this is a large undertaking of trying to get food, trying to get awards, trying to get recognition, and trying to get things set up. So I want to thank all of our volunteers. I want to make sure I say thank you to our administration and our staff here at Dalton High School. It was sold to me that we had the best staff and the best administration, and I had fully believed that after being around them for 12 months. Between Dr. Kraft, Dr. Collins, Coach Richards, they've done an outstanding job this year of helping me and guiding me along the way. I wanted to give a special shout out to our coaching staff. I know that the coaching profession is not employed because of the high salary that comes with it. It's definitely a passion and a calling, and I think we've been able to surround our players and our program with men that believe this, and thank to our coaches' families, our coaches' wives. I have a strong belief there's a special spot in heaven for coaches' wives, and they get like their own exclusive access to all the different things that go on in heaven. And I know that they spend a lot of time, especially during the season, as single parents, and we're definitely grateful that they allow us to pour into these players and pour into these kids. I want to make sure I say thank you to the players. You guys believed in something that you couldn't see when I got here in January, and we're slowly climbing up that ladder to get to where we need to. And I want to say thank you. I want for a second, seniors, if you guys could stand up real quick. I want to say a special thank you for this group here. They did not have a decision or a choice in this matter, but they accepted what our staff was requesting them to do, and they bought into, again, something that they couldn't see, they couldn't notice. I hope that your experience here will bring you back and really be a part of what we're building, just so everybody's on the same page. I told this group, you may not get to hold the region championship trophy, but I want to make sure that you understand that you're building the foundation for one. And I just want to give them a quick round of applause from everybody. Lastly, just saying thank you to the families, parents, guardians, whoever allows us to pour into these kids, and you trust us to make them better people for their time during football. So I know that we enjoy having the brief moments that we have with them, and we're definitely excited for the future. Team 101 definitely set the foundation and set the direction for where we need to go. I'm excited for Team 102 is to finish that job and make sure we can hold up a trophy at the end of the year. We are working hard every single day to climb that ladder and climb that mountain to get to that championship. I wanted to remind our returning guys there's 222 days till we play game 1 next year. So there's a lot of time to work, a lot of time to get ready, and I definitely am excited for what is to come for Dalton High School football. I wanted to tell everybody thank you for being here. I know Coach Martinez and Coach Harris will be there to help collect your stuff on the way out if you need it. But again, thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you guys. Thanks.